I also think it is rather cosmic that tea party has ended and so has our coffee.
It'll never not be ironic that we drank coffee on a show called Tea Party. Hi guys, welcome back
To Tea Party.
Let's go.
And we have lots and lots and lots of tea for you.
Ooh.
Sadly, for the last time though, the season 2 comes to an end.
No, this one? We're doing the Gen Z heart, my
Yeah,
bad.
the Gen Z heart.
That's an inside joke.
That is an inside
Comment
joke.
and we'll tell you.
That reminds me, please like, comment, share, subscribe. CDFM89 on all social media platforms
Yes.
that are...
Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram.
Yes,
We're on all of them and you should be following us on all of them.
yes. Thank you so much.
Yes.
But moving on.
Let's go.
Today I was thinking, let's have a different sort of a start. I had a question in mind.
Ooh.
And I'd like you to answer it.
Sure.
Who do you think from Pakistani industry, TV or otherwise, could be exported to Hollywood and that they would make it big there?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
what you were doing during your work day, thinking of these funky questions.
First of all, I like me some hot takes. Yeah.
But I think our take, the first take that, because we've discussed this, that we have not super hot. It's, I think, a little expected, and we both agreed that the main person should be Hania Amir.
100%.
The icon that she is.
Fully. I think, I mean, especially now that she's done a Bollywood movie too,
Yeah.
with Diljit Dosanjh, which is called Sardar G3.
Yes.
She's making waves and
100%.
she's doing it all so well. And we've had a couple of other artists who've been abroad, right?
Yes.
Like who've done Hollywood.
Yeah,
like
you have
Humayun
Humayun Saeed, yeah.
Myra Khan,
Fawad Khan, Mehwish Hayat,
Ahadr Zamir,
Ahadr Zamir. I always say Ahadr Zamir.
Sajal Ali also.
What? Really?
Yeah, she was in that What's Love Got to Do With It?
Oh, yeah. She was in that movie. I really want to watch that movie. I haven't watched it. She was in it.
She was in it.
That's
She was fully in
whack.
it. And so that just
Impressed.
makes me think, okay, that there's a certain template also, right? Like in all these celebrities, there's something common that makes them worthy of global appeal.
Yeah,
And
you're so
Hania
right.
Amir has that too.
Agreed. And it's like, it's not just acting skills, because they're all such great actors and are like so skilled.
Yeah.
But it's also that they're so charismatic.
Yeah.
And they're so much unlimited riz, right? Like it's fun watch. It's a treat to watch them on screen.
Genuinely. And
Yeah.
Hania to screen chhod bhi do. It's her reels, vlogs she does, and her TikToks.
Yeah.
She's so fun to watch
She
anyway.
is. Yeah, agreed.
So a movie is just even better, but
Yeah.
even otherwise, like she just does so well on digital content when it comes to that. I mean, to think of it, she started her career with Dub Smash.
She did. She did.
And she's made it so big. She only has to go further.
Yeah, and she's just so good.
Yeah.
She's so good at everything
So
she
that's
does.
that. But
Yeah.
when it comes to actors, I did some of my research and I...
Love a researched girly. She sat and she did
Always.
research, yeah?
Yeah. So I had a bunch of these actors who I was looking at and I was like, okay, the person who could make it big
Yeah.
and go global was Bilal Abbas Khan.
Yeah.
I think he's
Okay.
really good. Yeah. There's something about his personality that is as good of an actor he is. He's also a little mysterious. Thoda sa
Oh.
aura points, I would say.
Love that.
Yeah.
And they do love some aura points there
Exactly.
in Hollywood.
Ahad
You gotta
Zamir
have some
also has
riz.
that, yeah.
He really does.
Yeah.
He really
Ahad
does.
fully has very mysterious vibes.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what goes on in his head.
Ahad is also very like, sorry to go on a tangent, but he went to like RADA or something, right? Like he went to a really accomplished
He did.
like a really good acting school.
He did. And the series also that he did was in Hollywood was very well acclaimed, I think. It was also with his dad.
Yeah.
So anyway, but who else? Who do you think?
So my take is a little different, right? Like,
Okay.
yeah, our entertainment industry and our actors are so great. Definitely like Hania and Bilal Abbas Khan, like they deserve the opportunity to like do these big projects. But I think a form of Pakistani entertainment that I enjoy more personally, music. Through and through, top to bottom, what excellent music do we
That's
make?
a great answer.
Right? Like,
Yeah.
Pehle, it used to be Coke Studio. That was all the rage. And now recently, and even before that a little bit, if we're being completely honest, just the artists, the small ones, the big ones, the music that they make, the music producers that we have, such great music producers. Like you have Abdullah Siddiqui, who's done some bangers all around. Talal Qureshi, and then our friend Ammar.
Go
Shout
Ammar.
out.
Shout out to you, bro.
A great music producer.
Yep.
But yeah, top to bottom, like, you look at the very top and you have Talha Anjum, right?
Yeah.
Like Mr. Most Streamed.
Oh, that's so true. Talha Anjum would be perfect.
Yeah, and you really like young stunners, and Talha Anjum in particular.
I love him.
Yeah.
I love him. What a guy.
He's so great. I feel like it would be relatable for the diaspora.
Yeah.
It would bring just a great flair. And I feel like from the very many South Asian rappers we have, Talha Anjum is very much near the top. I mean, what do you think? Because I don't listen to rap that much.
So the thing is, he has all this hype even in India.
Yeah.
It's not just Pakistan. It's already crossing borders.
Yeah, they've sold out like arenas in like America and Canada and the UK.
They give us example, bro, as someone like who's a great rapper and great lyricist. Also, his lyrics they're very rooted in our culture and especially Karachi.
Yeah,
that
represent.
way. And people love that.
Yeah.
People love that. They really own where they come from.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, they're milking it, but also doing it in a way where it's also relatable for other people. And I feel a certain sense of belonging to Karachi or to Pakistan whenever I listen to their songs.
For sure.
Which I think is so incredible.
And I feel like it's well received also. So Pakistani music hasn't really been in Hollywood that much. I think one example that we do have is Miss Marvel. I don't know if you've watched it, but one scene in particular I remember had Hassan and Roshan's Doobne De in it.
Yeah.
So good. It worked so well. They're such good artists. It sounded so good in it. And it doesn't have to be like Pakistani or like shows about South Asians that could do with like Pakistani music. Just so good. Like, and again, we talked about Talha Anjum was like way on the top, but even like smaller up and coming indie artists, young artists were so good. Like Amna Riaz, she's put out this song. It's called Kya Sach Ho Tum. Beautiful. It's really like getting big and she's getting a lot of traction. She made it for her husband.
I love that.
It's so cute. It has like clips from their wedding day.
Aww.
And it's a very like personal song, clearly, because like your husband and you are in the music video, but it's so beautiful. People love it. And the guy who, I'm sorry, I'm just really going on, but I love Pakistani music. Yeah. And so one of the guys who produced it, or I think the guy who produced it is this guy from Lahore called Asfand, who is also excellent. He is also an up and coming like indie artist. He put out his own album called Moss. I spoke to him about it. It's all in English. Like this entire like very like meticulously thought out piece of art is not just great, it's in English. So he could, and so many other artists could cater to that.
I remember listening to one of the songs that you and it sounded so much like 1975 the intro. It was so good. And like I was surprised.
The acoustic things that the 1975 has done, and he sounded just like that, minus the British accent, right?
We really need to support local artists, and before that, try to discover them also, because they can get lost in all of that. But if you really, really look towards that, like in that direction, ek dafa you just search a niche artist, and Spotify keeps giving you those options.
And they're also, I feel like Pakistani music is so good.
It is. It really is. English or Urdu or Punjabi. Coke Studio has done that time and again, like in each and every language. The music is
just incredible. The way it's produced, the lyrics, the
feel,
the vocals also, because Eastern music made the things you're doing are just like, I feel more advanced than the way like Western artists sing, right? Like the rags that you have.
100%. That reminds me of Ali Sethi.
Yes.
I feel like he would be perfect 100% in Hollywood.
He's so good. Yeah.
Amazing.
For sure.
Okay, one thing that I would like to add now that you said it is that we could also export maybe stylists.
Oh.
Because, we have Faraz Manan.
Yeah.
There's Rasta, but I think that's already...
Rasta's already there.
It's already there. Yeah. But so that can be like a template, Okay, this is something that is achievable. This is something we can do, because our clothes are also, again, rooted in our identity and our culture, and they're kind of unique. And, they slap. Even Goras, like, they love to wear our shadi clothes in a Desi wedding or some diaspora's wedding. And it looks so good. So if we were to do that, I think that would be really incredible.
And I don't know if you've noticed, but a lot of the times they're showing like brown people on screen. Some of the clothes they're wearing are like kind of ugly. I don't know if you remember in Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. Do you remember there was a ball or that hideous orange and pink dress, the Padma and what's her name, the Patel twins essentially. They were wearing. It's so hideous.
It is
so ugly. And so not just have it on like celebrities and on the red carpet, like Rasta, like Justin Bieber will be wearing if he's just hanging out, but to see it on screen, would be so cool. Yeah,
That
I
is a
think
great
costumes
idea.
is a good answer that you had.
Damn.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Good answers for
Fun
my question.
conversation. What do you guys think? Who's a person or
Yeah.
like a concept or something that Hollywood could really do with that we make here in
Yeah.
Pakistan?
We'd love to hear your thoughts.
Yeah, tell us in the comments below.
Yeah. But now moving on to our OG format.
Let's go. Some gossip.
Some gossip.
That's what we're here for.
But okay, so the first story that I have is a little sad.
Oh, okay.
So an actress from the Pakistani TV industry, her name is Humaira Asghar
Asghar
Ali. She passed away, and her body was found in her apartment in Karachi. Yeah,
That's so harrowing.
It is so harrowing. It's also a little concerning how no one close to her reached out. It's sad. I'm sure she had family, a set of parents, some siblings, a best friend, anybody, but no one really checked up on her.
Yeah.
And so the conversation is also what the news channels are saying is that she did not pay her rent since 2024.
Whoa.
And this time, the landlord sent a legal notice to her, and that's when the police officials broke into her house and they found out her body.
That's really disturbing. And I think it's her passing, and then the passing of Aisha Khan, who was a veteran actor, she had also passed away in her apartment. She lived alone. Her body was found like days later. It's kind of sparked a conversation online, and celebrities are really talking about the fact that there is this lack of community, not just within the fraternity. I feel like people have addressed that, but just amongst people where we're not checking in on each other. And just because we see that someone on social media is doing okay, I think Hiradreen was the one who said this, who is also a model and an actor, that you see someone on Instagram, you think they're doing okay because everything looks so good there, right? Like, everything's perfect on social media, but that doesn't mean that you are okay in real life. So
because of this, a lot of the other people in the TV industry have also come out in support. So for example, Mavra, I think her post was really moving, because she said, if you're a friend, you're an acquaintance, if you're part of the fraternity in any capacity and I've known you ever, please don't hesitate to reach out. I'll try to be there for you. It was very kind of her to say that, and also the need of the hour, given that we have these back-to-back deaths where no one was checking up on these people. And it's kind of heartbreaking that this happened.
It really is.
Yeah, but there's also other celebrities who've come out and said, their bits, including Adnan Siddiqui,
who was with her on Tamasha Ghar, which was like a game show that she was on. Humaira was on.
So him, and then there's also Ali Rahman Khan. There was Sahifa Jabbar Khattak. Sadaf Kawal. Because I think like she was a model also, and so they've interacted probably. I feel like in this industry everything is so glitzy and glamorized, specifically in such an industry, that you actually kind of envy such people and you want to live their lives, and you don't
assume
know,
everything's okay and like so pretty because that's what you're seeing.
But you could probably never step into their shoes and actually live that life, because the things that they go through is insane.
Apparently. And now some news channels are reporting this. I don't know how true it is, but people are claiming that her father was informed about her passing and he refused to take any ownership of like her remains and like refused to like step up, because he's like, I've disowned her because she's a model. And I don't know if you know this, but she won the Veet, used to do like a supermodel competition, and she'd won that. So apparently she was estranged from her family and they are refusing to step up.
Which is a story for so many of these girls, by the way. They really have to fight their families, try to pursue their dreams, live this life full of struggles, and they don't even make it that big sometimes. Like she was not a very, very big name that way. But she was trying her best. She was living alone, and to meet this kind of fate is so saddening.
It's heartbreaking.
It's heartbreaking. So young, so pretty, and just...
And I think it's a good reminder to like pause and check up on yourself firstly and most importantly, and also check up on your friends. So, maybe pause this video, go message a friend, be like, hey, are you okay? Check in with yourself if you're okay. I think it's so important.
This is not that important.
That is super important.
This is a lot more important.
Yeah,
take care, guys.
Yeah, and extend some kindness. Kindness goes a very long way.
I swear to God, just be kind.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, moving on.
Let's go.
So the second story that I have is about Zara Noor Abbas.
Okay.
So she recently took it to her Instagram and she spoke about how women she requested women to not harm themselves in an attempt to look younger. And, you know, go through these anti-aging processes because it's so detrimental to their well-being.
Yeah.
It can literally cause death.
Yeah.
But if not just that, like, you know, on a day-to-day, the kind of things you're put through, it has a mental impact, physical impact, and none of it is good for you.
Yeah. And I think she said vanity is short-lived. Like, work on your mind, your brain. Like, that's what will last. Which isn't to, like, shame the people who are
Fully,
you know, opting for certain procedures or certain things. But, you know, there is kind of like a boundary, I guess you could say. You know, you could get addicted to certain substances, to like constantly changing your physique, which isn't the best for you.
it is a much larger, I think, problem that she's trying to address. I don't think it is about, you know, any one person getting some Botox or fillers, because maybe she even is like, she's done that. I don't know. And that's fine. But just knowing that extent, as you said, that boundary, like it's so important to set that, to kind of tell yourself, okay, like this is as much as I'll do because maybe my job requires me to. But beyond that, when it comes to like, for the sake of my well-being, I will not take certain action.
And especially like, it's not just for vanity. It's for like, when you're doing it to like defeat or like combat ageism, which is so prevalent, especially for women. And we've seen in recent days so many actors talk about, like we spoke about Mahira Khan, who kind of didn't really care, and she's like, you know, this is how old I am. Like, I don't care about what the critics are saying. But women face this so much, you know, like this pressure of having to alter your appearance because of how old you are.
And it's like women's worth, it is so related to, you know, how youthful you are. And the society really makes you internalize all these notions that are just so damaging. I hope girls are not I mean, well, they are, but I just hope that we're able to break that. For you know, that pattern, that cycle.
Yes.
It's really toxic.
Moving on to some happier news.
Yeah, finally.
Okay, I'm sorry. I don't control current events. No, I'm joking. So moving on to some happy news. Our entertainment industry, which we talked about at great length in the beginning of this episode, is making some waves. So Pakistan, like other member states of the SCO, of course, is the Shanghai Cooperation Organization, as you know. They do a film festival, which I think the SCO summit took place in China this year. And they had the film festival there. So all member states submitted movies. Pakistan also submitted, I think, 4 or 5 movies. And 2 of them won awards, which is so cool.
Damn, I love that. Which ones?
So Nayab, which stars Yumna Zaidi and Osama Khan. It's about her, like, being a woman cricketer and her journey.
It's Yumna Zaidi, right?
It's Yumna Zaidi, yep. It won the jury special award. And out of like 19 films in the competition, it won it, which is so cool.
I love that.
Big ups to them. And then Dimak, which you've watched.
Which I've watched.
Won for best editing.
Well deserved.
Really?
I like the film.
Okay, cool.
I mean, I do think there's, of course, scope to improve. And that
as
you
there
always do.
is.
As there always is, honestly. But stuff like this, when you hear news like this, it's just kind of heartening because you're like, okay, at least we're taking a step in the right direction. We might have a long way to go, but this is very encouraging. So I'm glad that happened.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's so great that these people are getting their flowers, and hopefully it encourages like other filmmakers to like create more art and submit their art for competitions like this, and you know, pushes our industry further.
I swear, like we need to make those.
We need to make films. You know, we have so many dramas, and we have such great music, as I said.
And I'm such a big films person, and they do not be making enough.
I
really want to watch more, you know.
Pakistani movies.
Yeah. I'm all for it.
From Pakistani voices. So, like, congratulations to the makers of those 2 films.
Congrats to them.
Okay, but take me away. Let's talk about something else.
Okay. Now we're going to talk about a veteran actor, Naseeruddin Shah,
Love him.
I'm sure all of you know.
Yes.
Some time ago, he made this post about Diljit Dosanjh and kind of defended him for doing a movie which is called Sardarji 3 with Hania Amer.
Yes.
And for some reason, like, I don't know, people thought that it got deleted.
Yeah, because I was just going to say this. I thought it was deleted.
Well, that's the whole story, because it's not, he never did that.
Oh.
And in fact,
It
he made
disappeared?
it disappeared for some reason.
Oh.
And then he also made another post where he said, which I will not repeat. So you
Okay. I'll say it, don't worry. It's not a bad thing. He
Yeah,
said
it's
that
not.
he I don't care a fiddler's fart for backlash. Because people thought he deleted the post because he was getting backlash. And well, he doesn't give a fiddler's fart. There you go. Those are some other F words you can replace. Instead of the F bomb, you can say, I don't give a fiddler's fart.
Yeah,
So,
that's
inspired.
actually clever.
Yeah.
Love that. Okay, but I'm just so glad he's saying that. We really need people who have been able to retain their sanity
Yeah.
and, you know, be a voice of reason in times where tensions are escalating. I think it's a senior
Yeah,
who said
for
it,
sure.
you know?
And it's giving someone who
Wise.
respects art.
Who respects art,
Yeah.
who's wise, who really genuinely does not think that art is defined by where you're geographically
Yeah,
situated.
by borders.
By borders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he said this, like he called out,
Yeah.
like, you know, those in power in India. And he said what these goons want is to put an end to personal interaction between the people of India and the people of Pakistan. And he's like, no one can stop me from meeting my relatives and friends in Pakistan
I love
or
that.
sending them love whenever I want.
I love that.
Which is so great.
This is incredible.
Yeah.
Love to see it.
Love to see it. Okay, so another thing that happened, right? Like we're talking about this backlash. Do you remember last episode we talked about how
Yeah.
some Pakistani celebrities who after the Pahalgam attack were banned,
Yeah.
their social media profiles specifically and a lot of entertainment channels were banned on YouTube.
Yeah.
So Indian audiences were very bummed they couldn't access that. Were unbanned. Like remember we spoke about that?
Yeah,
Amir Gilani, Mara Hussain.
All these accounts they were back.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
What
They're
happened?
gone. They're gone. Again. It was a glitch. ये एक ऐसा glitch था भाई.
Bhai, this mixed signaling is
It was a
getting out of
technical
hand.
glitch.
Bro,
Breadcrumbing.
breadcrumbing.
Breadcrumbing
Ye kya
is
kare?
happening.
This toxic ex behavior.
Oh
It's just
my
not
God,
giving. It's not
yes.
giving. Because literally just pick a lane.
Yeah.
You want our artists or not?
Yeah.
just pick a lane. We're not even going to be
100%.
upset like no matter what side you pick, but just pick that side.
Yeah.
Because thing is, you're also leaving your audience confused, right? 'Cause-
And they did like audiences were like, what?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
do you want to ban them? Like, do you
Yeah.
not want to ban them?
yeah.
So they were also kind of annoyed by it.
Because I
think.
saw on the Naneer's profile, there were a bunch of comments from Indians, and they were all saying stuff like, "Oh, you're back here! Hi, we're so happy to be
Oh,
seeing your
sweet.
posts again." Yeah, I saw a bunch of those comments, and I'm sure they're probably like, "What happened to that?"
Yeah.
You know?
But an Indian like government source like said that it was a technical glitch and which led to the unblocking and it's been rectified.
This
So-
glitch is equivalent to us accidentally liking someone's post who we were stalking.
Been there, done that.
Been there, done that.
Been there, done that. Ooh.
It fully happens.
Yeah.
And because, you know, okay, now I don't want to overshare.
I was also going to overshare.
I was gonna
Thank you
overshare.
for stopping. Just
Yeah,
I was going to be
no.
like, oh, this one thing happened. Let me tell you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
no.
again, Neequ and I are friends in real life, right?
Yeah.
So when we're talking like this, we overshare, but we're not
We
going to
do.
overshare
Yeah.
with
We
you.
try really hard to not overshare here,
Yeah.
by the way, because otherwise we'd be in hot waters.
Exposed.
Yep.
But yeah, some breadcrumbing happened.
Yeah.
Some
I
toxic
do think
ex-behavior
that their
happened.
team
Yeah.
is they're probably divided, and there's some internal conflict happening where half of them are like, okay, let's unban them, and the other half is advocating for the opposite.
Do you think
So-
it was continue? Sorry.
No, just this.
Okay.
Like I do think that they're internally there's some maslas, like they're having some pange with each other, and they're like, "Nahi, hame to dekhna hai," and the other half is like, "Nahi, hame nahi dekhna hai."
You know, now that you've said this,
Yeah.
it makes me think that maybe they were like testing the waters kind of a thing to see ke agar unban kiya to like kya response hoga. And I do remember when it was unbanned, you know, maybe it was because of technical glitch, but some people did call the government out and were like, okay, well, at the start of this, you were like banning them for like patriotism, and why are you unbanning them now? Like,
Yeah.
like nautanki ke liye. That was literally a tweet that someone posted. So yeah, I think maybe they were just like, let's see what the reception is.
Yeah.
And maybe they decided against it. But we're just speculating. It could literally have been a technical glitch.
I mean, I'm not buying that.
Okay.
I'm a conspiracy theorist. So in any case, I'm not believing anything
This is
that
why
you're
you're a
telling
podcaster.
me. This is why I'm a podcaster.
100%.
100%.
But yeah, so that happened.
Okay.
Sad for fans of Pakistani celebrities in India.
Yeah.
But I don't think we're banned. So if you're watching us from India, Drop a comment.
Drop a comment. We love you guys. Okay, but moving on to a topic that I've been wanting to talk about for so long.
Yes.
My favorite, my mother, if you will, Deepika Padukone. Mommy? Mamacita?
Brain rot.
Brain rot, bro.
I'm a mother to a dog.
A daughter? In real life?
She is.
Yeah, she is.
There
She
you
is.
go.
Okay, anyone who's watching Love Island USA would know.
Yes.
Would get the reference. Anybody else?
Or
please.
if you're chronically online.
Yeah,
like
if you're
we are.
chronically online. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm also watching. Go Huda. Okay, anyway,
I don't know.
coming back to the point.
The beauty.
No, yaar, there's this contestant in the Love Island USA wala is season pe. And she was like a little toxic before, but now she's improving as a person and you can see her journey. And anyway, we're fully deflecting.
Digress.
Fully deflecting. Okay. Anyway.
Talking about
Deepika,
Anika's mom.
Yes, my mom. She is set to make history as the first Indian to receive a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Ooh.
Let's go, DP.
Wow.
I love you.
Very cool.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And the fact that she's the first Indian to do it, a woman,
A woman.
that will always be iconic.
So I would like to hear your thoughts on this. Here's what I want to ask. How do you feel that it's Deepika and not Shah Rukh Khan who is getting this?
Okay, so this
Because if you ask me, I'd be like, a Bollywood actor, no questions asked, Shah Rukh Khan first.
Yeah.
And then agle din aap Deepika ko de dein. You know, but
that's true. So, but the way this works also is that you have to kind of pay a certain fee and have yourself be nominated. Yeah.
Okay.
So you're part of the. There's a committee who basically decides if you're worth becoming a star or not.
Okay.
Yeah. So then they make that pick, but before that you have to first submit.
Yeah,
right?
you have to be like,
so
they consider
Deepika
me.
did that. So if
Okay.
Shah Rukh did that, I feel like he would also get it, but I don't think he cares for it.
That's true. He's above that.
He's above that. Sure. That's. Then are we saying Deepika is not above it?
But also it's the Hollywood Walk of Fame. So do you
Yeah.
think it's that you have had to work in a Hollywood project to
So
be part of it?
I don't think so. I mean, maybe it can be a prerequisite. Ke, okay, ek to movie kiya hai ho, because I think Deepika has only done one movie with Vin Diesel back in 2017,
Yeah,
XXX
throwback.
something, which is kind of lame. Also, it's not even like that was her. I'll be so
fame.
for real.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was just like a hot prop.
Yeah.
Objectified in it. I don't know. Anyway, so I don't think that's the reason why they've picked her anyway, but maybe you need to do at least one movie in Hollywood to be
Maybe.
considered. And alongside her, there were a couple of other artists who've gotten theirs this year. Timothy Chalamet is one of them.
Whoa, why?
Demi Moore is one of them. So Timmy I
Deserved.
get, but Demi Moore, why is Hollywood just waking up to her?
Timmy,
She's so good.
Timmy, I don't get because he's very
Really?
new.
But
You know,
but this was his year with like
I
the Bob
guess.
Dylan movie and
Dune,
like he's just
Batu.
been giving back-to-back hits and
He
that
did
you know
like a couple of
iconic
Wes
speech.
Anderson movies.
Yeah, Wes Anderson movies, bro. He's carved that space for himself.
For sure.
So I do think it's well deserved. But chalo, he's young, so I could also be whatever. But Demi Moore, to yaar, been there for years.
Yeah, that's true.
Come on.
That's true. She should have gotten it like
yeah,
ages
Rami
ago.
Malek got it.
Oh, I love Rami
yeah.
Malek.
Even Gordon Ramsay, I think. I mean, so you don't
Okay.
have to be a part of the movies.
Because Muhammad Ali also has
Yeah,
one, right?
exactly. So the Walk of Fame, embedded into the sidewalks of Hollywood Boulevard and Wine Street, pays tribute to outstanding figures across film, television, radio, music, live performance, and now sports entertainment. So there's a bunch of fields that they do acknowledge, and they're willing to give them that star if they feel like they deserve it. So
Very cool.
I'm so glad she made the cut.
I'm excited to see. Has the ceremony happened?
No, she's yet to make the.
Okay, I'm excited to see pictures from it. Oh my god,
Same.
Ranveer is gonna be there.
Yeah.
That's so cute.
Recently, I saw pictures of her at this Wimbledon match that happened like 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Djokovic wala.
Wimbledon.
Yeah.
पे जो, हाँ.
Yeah. She was
हमें
looking so
तो
good.
tennis के बारे
She
में
was
नहीं पता.
seated right next to Kendall. And there was
Jenner.
Oh. And Brooklyn Beckham was right behind her. And I was like, okay, what is this VIP section that I don't have access to?
Wimbledon पे all these people,
Yeah.
all the big names go to Wimbledon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's Virat and Anushka. Virat even
and
posted a
Anushka
story
was
of Novak and Djokovic, and he reposted that.
Oh.
Yeah, he was like, thank you for your support.
Cool.
And I was like, yeah, Virat Kohli ne story डाली है ना तो उसको तो repost होगा.
Andrew Garfield was also there with his new girlfriend.
Yeah, Monica
Yeah.
Barbaro.
Yeah.
Monica.
वही मोनिका अपनी.
Yeah. Amelia को धोखा दे दिया,
हाँ,
bro.
bro. Girl, I was so torn up about this.
See?
Again, we're going on such a tangent, but
I
my
swear.
God, their chemistry was off the charts, and
It was on fire.
they
fire.
should be together. No
should be
offense,
together.
Monica.
I mean, yeah,
guess.
they look very, very good together. I'll be so for real.
Yeah, no, she's beautiful. She's beautiful.
Yeah.
But the chemistry that Amelia and Andrew had, those 11 minutes changed my brain chemistry a little bit.
Same. Same.
That's a rom-com in itself.
Fully. But
yeah, bring us to our last topic of the day.
Yeah.
Talking about someone I absolutely love so much. And if you are a brown woman, undoubtedly you love this man. Like all the brown girlies, especially
We've been there.
Yeah, especially like those in like the late 90s born girlies. Zayn Malik. We love him.
let's go.
We love him.
Let's
He
go.
is an icon. He is Pakistani representation, even though he's British Pakistani. But
Yeah. It's the same thing.
but yeah, Zayn Malik previewed a new track called Fusha C. And he
Yeah.
posted about it on his Instagram story. And it addresses the racism he faced as part of One Direction.
Yeah.
Whack. Because he hasn't really acknowledged this in the past.
Yeah.
You know, he's talked a lot about his mental health struggles and things. But he was, again, like, throwback, the only person of color in One Direction.
Yep.
An incredibly white band otherwise. Yeah. And it's it's like an emotional rap kind of song. It's not out yet, so we don't know how it is sonically. But like there's themes of erasure, tokenism, and like racial prejudice against him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw a bunch of tweets which were also talking about a similar thing that, you know, at 17, he was so young.
You're so young.
He was labeled as a terrorist. And just because of his association to, yeah.
And half his heritage. His mom's white.
Yeah. And I think they could also not collectively digest the fact that he was the most famous. He was considered the hottest. Like you would see all these other celebrities his age at the time, like Selena. I've seen all of their interviews. They were like, oh, we'd like to date Zayn.
Yeah.
Zayn. From
Zayn.
Zayn. Yeah. So they had he had everyone in a chokehold.
He did.
And yeah, I'm sure that did not come without its struggles, but it's now that he's chosen to speak about it. And I'm really proud of him.
Yeah, he fully like came out and he in the lyrics of the song apparently are he said I worked hard in a white band and they still laughed at the Asian. I got my back against the wall so much they think I got a brick fascination.
Yeah.
Wow.
Damn, feeling bad for my homeboy.
For our collective homeboy.
That's
We
so
love
true.
you so much.
We love
Zayn.
you, Zayn. Sending you love and strength.
So much.
And power.
Yes,
so much.
always.
Always.
Yeah.
With that,
Is
I
that all the
think
tea we
we
have?
had this is all the tea we had.
For our last episode, you guys.
This is so sad. This is a part that I don't like to do, but yeah, we've come at the end of our second season.
Yes.
I'm gonna miss everyone from the crew.
From the crew.
And mostly my Mash.
Of course. And my
I love
Neequ.
her. The yin to my yan.
Yeah.
The peanut to my butter.
I'm too on the spot. I can't think of anything.
I'll say anything. I'll say anything.
The dal to my chawal.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
I don't know why I thought that.
It's a good one.
Thank
It's
you.
Banger combo.
Thank you. There you go.
But yeah, on that note, we will be signing off. I hope you guys enjoyed this season. Send us some love.
Yes.
And yeah, someday, somewhere, you guys might see us again.
Yes.
Maybe separately together. I don't know.
Who
But
knows? Hopefully together.
Hopefully together.
Hopefully
yeah,
together.
that'd be too iconic.
Hopefully together right here on City FM 89.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. When Neequ and Mash would have made it like even big.
Yeah.
Even bigger. Yeah.
And we'll have Fawad Khan on the show.
We'll have Fawad Khan on the show.
Justin Bieber, we've talked about him
And
so
Shah Rukh
much.
Khan sitting over there.
Yeah.
Chinese when I'm getting two in my head.
No, Justin Bieber also, we've talked about him so much.
Justin Bieber to bolega, this is not clocking to you? Then I can't make
standing
it?
on business.
I'm standing on business when I say I can't make it to Pakistan. What do you mean?
उसको रास्ता होडी दिला देंगे वो आ जाएगा.
That's so true.
Sweet.
Yes. Yeah. On that note, goodbye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Hope you're all well.
Yeah. And I'm Mash.
And I'm Neequ for the last time.
Don't forget to like, follow, share, subscribe City FM 89 on all our social media platforms.
TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook.
There you go. Bye.
Bye. I like that we had an answer for the whole last bit.